My battery finished when I was at the golf course. So I believe I left off in Tommy Hearns, right? Tommy Hearns, after losing to Hagler, beating Duran and them, still had his, which was supposed to be a unification with Duran, still had his WBC like middleweight strap, you know. Had one title defense against Mark Meadow, and then he went up to 175 and he fought the man Dennis Andrews, three-time WBC welterweight champion of the world. Okay, um, I said welterweight, excuse me, light heavyweight, 175 pounds. You know Dennis Andrews, man from Guyana, based out in England. Also fought at the Crunk Gym. Was trained by Emmanuel Stewart at the time. That's who Tommy Hearns beat for the 175-pound title. He stopped him, I believe, in 10 or 11 rounds. Then Tommy Hearns went up there and beat the man Juan Roldan for the vacant WBC. Juan Domingo Roldan, you know, I mean, the Argentine who Marvin Hagler had previously beat and middleweight, you know, and he beat him for the vacant WBC middleweight strap. Then in his next fight, the man Tommy Hearns lost that WBC middleweight strap to Iran Barkley. Iran Barkley got stopped in 3 rounds. You know what I mean? So and then Tommy Hearns. I think I'd already. Yeah, Tommy Hearns also got vacant the inaugural WBO super middleweight strap when he beat a juiced up James Kitchen. You know what I mean? A lot of people say that Tommy Hearns lost that fight. I had Tommy Hearns winning. It was a close fight, majority decision, but I had Tommy Hearns beating James Kitchen for sure. You know what I mean? Um, and then he fought the man Ray Leonard in what you call it? In a unification, which they called it a draw, but I clearly had the man Tommy Hearns winning that fight. I think I remember if he dropped him twice in that fight. So, you know, Tommy Hearns was a great fighter, you know what I mean? But all these guys were great fighters, you know. The man, Roberto Duran, losing all those fights, um, including the guys like Kirkland Lang, and Robbie Sims. He got himself a WBC, what was it? WBC middleweight strap when he beat the man. He's the one who actually he beat Iran Barkley in a great fight. I believe it was the fight of the year whenever that fight happened, if I'm not mistaken, 1989. In a big upset. You know, Iran Barkley's a massive dude. And the man, Roberto Duran, even dropped the man, I believe, in the 8th round. So, all these guys are great, you know what I mean? Tommy, um, Ray Leonard, had his WBC 168-pound title that he got simultaneously with a 175-pound title when he beat the Canadian Donnie Lalonde. You know what I'm saying? So all these guys were great fighters, but at the end of the day, um, I believe that Marvin Hagler had the greater career. Sure, he was only a one-time champion as far as from 1980 till 87, but he was definitely, no question about it, the number one pound for pound fighter during that time, you know what I mean? Now, some may say Ray Leonard, this might be subjective, like I said, some may agree, some may not. Ray Leonard is a guy, great fighter, but I remember that beating he took from the man, from Terry Norris for the WBC 154-pound strap, you know what I mean? Yeah, I remember that. I remember that well. I mean, he got his ass handed to him, you know, and taking nothing against him, but also what he did versus Donnie Lalonde. I thought that was cheating, draining the man to fight at for his to put his 175-pound title as a title defense when the fight wasn't even at 175 pounds. So I put these things into consideration. Not to mention, you know, Ray Leonard being retired from 1982 till 84, comes back, fights Kevin Howard, a journeyman, gets dropped by Kevin Howard. The fight was in Worcester, Massachusetts. Okay. Then he retired from 84 till 87. That's a long break. Marvin Hagler was putting in work. So was Tommy Hearns and Roberto Duran. But these guys took losses along the way. And all these guys, Tommy Hearns, Duran, and Ray Leonard, I had Hagler beating them, you know? So I conclude this video, like I said, man, I don't even care who y'all got. I got Marvin Hagler having the best career out of all these guys, you know? Ray Leonard might have had the flash. He might have had numerous world titles in different weight classes, same as Tommy Hearns, same as Roberto Duran. All of them great fighters. Now, if you come and tell me so and so, I'm not going to argue with you because that's not what I do. Everybody got their opinions, you know what I'm saying? But I do believe Marvin, especially the dominance he had at that weight class, stopping everybody in his title defenses except for Roberto Duran and Ray Leonard. You know what I mean? Stopping all those guys. I believe he had the best career. You know what I mean? Okay, or if we're gonna consider from when these guys became world champions, Duran was a world champion from like probably like '73 when he beat Ken Buchanan. You know what I mean? At a long title reign, like I said, definitely the fight of the decade for the '70s. Him and Muhammad Ali. But I'm gonna give it to the man Duran. But Ali, shit, he had a great career at the '70s. Not the same guy quite from the '60s, but had some great wins in the '70s. So took some losses too. Lost to Joe Frazier, you know, lost to Leon Spinks. Duran, on the other hand, Esteban de Jesus, he lost to him. Then he came back and beat him twice. So I believe Ray Leonard. I'm sorry, Marvin Hagler had the best career out of all these four. You know what I mean? Ray Leonard might have got the notoriety. Tommy Hearns might have been the one of, if not the greatest offensive fighters boxing's ever produced. Roberto Duran just defined the odds from being a lightweight going all the way up to 168 pounds and winning titles as high up as 160. All these guys are great, man. Immortal boxing figures, boxing gods. From the greatest era in boxing history ever, the 1980s, from top to bottom. When I say top to bottom, I'm talking about from strawweight till heavyweight. Talent-wise, the best era ever, the 1980s. B-Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments. I got Marvin Hagler. You tell me who you got, all right? I'm going to catch you on the next one. I'm gone. Peace.